We're going to do a demonstration on water infiltration. Here we need to know exactly how much water do we need it, and then we need to also have a little piece of plastic. That's the one that we're going to be using to collect the water. It's important that we have a GPS so we can measure the land coordination. We also need to have a timer, because the timer is very important for us to know how long it's going to take that inch of water to infiltrate in the soil. So after we have all of that set up, we need to start pounding the ring into the soil, but it's important that you know the amount of water that is used here is pretty much related to the diameter of your cylinder that you use. So you use 1 inch of water depending on the cylinder diameter that you have there. So putting the cylinder in the soil and then pounding it very careful so that it goes in a steady way inside for at least 3 inches in depth. That will allow us enough space for the water to infiltrate. And after we are done that, we need to look inside and see if there is any edges in there that will allow the water to infiltrate. So we need to go very careful and sealing those edges for the water not to infiltrate very quickly in there and give us a run value. So we very careful put the plastic in, and then we'll put the water, which in this case is 206 milliliters for a 4-inch diameter, and then very careful we will remove the plastic, but please record the timing. So here we go. And then when the waters go inside, we will have the timing on, and then we start measuring the time that the water is going to take for infiltrate there. This is a measurement that is very important for us to know the capacity of those soils to absorb water and retain this in the field for your crop. Here I have one that I set up early, so for you to see how the water is being infiltrated in there. And then the idea is that when the water starts infiltrated, and then they have pretty much 90-95% of the area be in the surface like a shimmering conditions, right? In this case, it's probably still 15% of water is still there, so we need to wait until we got about 90-95% of water that looks like at the surface that I was showing in there in all of the area. So that's a way for us to make sure the 1 inch of water had been infiltrated, and then we stop